Welcome, everybody. For those who are attending, we are going to be starting in the next few minutes. We're just giving a little bit extra time for other attendees to join us in today's session. For everybody in the classroom, I hope you're well rested after our little break. You had a bit of a snack and drink, and we do warmly welcome you to our class for today's session. All right, welcome everybody. So everybody has finally attended in. We've got a couple of students here in the classroom as well as online. So just a bit of a background before we start. Introductions, as they would say. Good day and welcome everybody to another Modena webinar event. My name is Dino Kapic, and for those of you who need a face to the name, there's my lovely picture on the screen currently now. I am one of Modena's AEC and infrastructure applications engineers, as well as a BIM manager. I've been within the industry now for about 5-6 years, but outside another 5-6, so in total about 10. With me today and in our office is Warwick Harvey. He is our infrastructure and constructions account manager. So if you're looking for any information in terms of licensing, demo setups and training, you're more than welcome to contact him as well. I will be presenting the Autodesk Construction Cloud item called AutoCAD Build for the project management team. So I have seen some amazing platforms come from Autodesk, and today's one is going to surprise you in terms of the features and the outputs that can be done amongst the entire project team, regardless if you are starting from a designing phase straight through a handover phase itself. So let's go in. When we are talking about the construction of things here in South Africa and over the world, we need to remember that currently we think construction is collaborative, yet it is very fragmented. What do I mean by this? Well, whether we are in the designing phase, the planning phase, building phase, or operations phase, our teams look like this type of grouping. We are all coming together for one common goal. However, it never happens because we are so separate. So a typical construction project is made up of multiple teams across all phases of the project lifecycle. Owners, subcontractors, general contractors all use different systems and platform. And in fact, 25% of construction companies use 5 or more different software applications. And this is not just for construction companies, but designing companies, project management companies. Now, if you had to sit back and think about it, is your company like this? Are you utilizing way too much software to do one typical item? Is your workflow looking like this, where it is a computer here or there within the construction team or project management team? When we are sharing information, does it feel like it's more disconnected than it is collaborative? So there are a few things to take note within this presentation. And when it comes to the Autodesk Construction Cloud, remember the big C's, the 3 big C's: collaboration, coordination, and communication. So as we progress, we need to remember that those 3 things help us connect workflows, teams, and data at every stage of the construction. Whether you are starting at the design phase, the planning phase, the building phase, or the operations phase, you want a best practice for communication, collaboration, as well as coordination. So what is it that Autodesk is now presenting to you as designers, project management, contractors, subcontractors, maybe even as an installer? What can you now leverage with the team? So let's take a look at the product known as Autodesk Build. Now, you've probably heard of the product before and all of its relative products like BIM Collaborate Pro, Autodesk Docs, Model Coordination, as well as Takeoff. But when we say, let's start, we need to ask the question, but where? Where is our baseline beginning? How is everybody going to communicate from the same platform? Where do I grow my cognitive data within the BIM environment for my team, for my project, and especially for the client that is going to take all this information? Well, let's take a look at this video from Autodesk introducing to you to Autodesk Docs.
Welcome to Autodesk Docs. Autodesk Docs is a cloud-based environment for managing documents and sharing data that allows teams to simplify collaboration and organize project information easily. Autodesk Docs improves collaboration by enabling users in a few important ways. Connect teams on the Autodesk Construction Cloud platform, enabling the easy transfer of information from design to construction. Get the right information into the right hands with structured folders and robust permission tools. Reduce manual efforts and automate the review of sheets, models, and files before publishing and sharing. Communicate and collaborate with project teams using a full set of markup tools. Increase accountability and track and resolve issues from a single, centralized list. Easily share transmittals and project teams and track them with a full audit trail. Open, save, move, rename, and delete files directly from any desktop with Desktop Connector, and more. The common data environment provided by Autodesk Docs also syncs with other products and tools available in the Autodesk Construction Cloud platform. Follow the rest of this Getting Started course to learn how to navigate the product, understand account and project components, and get access to help resources before moving on to other courses in the Autodesk Docs learning path.
So the question comes up, what was our baseline and where do we start? Well, everybody needs a starting line, and this would be our Autodesk document management software. And now specifically to the project management teams, this is where you want your team to start feeding project level information that is transparent between everybody, but at the same time is a secure platform with unlimited data storage for your project to inevitably grow. You don't want any restrictions when it comes to data. At the end of the day, you also don't want to be stuck with that little bill that says, well, if you want to expand and grow, you need to pay a little bit more. This is now where Autodesk Docs is a powerful product in itself, not just because we can collaborate, communicate, and coordinate between our project teams, but there are other major features that help us leverage data with each other or amongst each other. So let's take a look at some of the key features that were pointed out within that video you saw with regards to the Autodesk Docs platform. So we refer to this as the common data environment. You can think of a common data environment as a bubble that keeps on growing and expanding. And at the same time, this bubble never pops. So store all your data in the cloud. It is a structured document control process to ensure all right information is in the right hands, keeping project teams in sync and on track. So why should we use Docs? Well, Autodesk Construction Cloud makes document controls simple. And that's the key word here. Remember, simple. You don't want something overly complicated. It is a robust access and permissions tool, and it has customized sharing options, eliminating the risk of reworks and eliminating wrong information. So we are able to maintain document control with a very high security level from a viewing access all the way to a managing editing role. Can you imagine that? We are now inviting users to our platform, to our project, and we can restrict exactly what they can and can't do within our BIM environment. As a project manager, you should be seeing this with big eyes because you have now even more control over the data coming into the project. The second one is we can align teams with very specific version controls. It's no longer Mary sends Steve a file and we don't know whether it is the updated format or if it's the latest revision. Autodesk Docs helps you maintain that information and its history hierarchy. So it's integral to keeping construction projects organized and teams in alignment. Document versioning helps with sharing and distributing new versions of models and drawings, keeping everyone, and here's the keyword again, on the same page. Next, we have a standardized document approval section. We can go from a 1-stage all the way to a multiple 6-stage approval. You can standardize your workflow according to your needs on that particular project. And again, not all projects are the same. So you now have the added benefit of creating customized approval and review processes for different projects on different levels for different project members and users. You have unlimited data storage. Now, this is one of the major questions we get. Do you know how much data can we store? It is unlimited. There's no cap. Because Autodesk and Amazon have partnered up and we utilize their hub or service, you have unlimited data storage. So that means if you are working with a PDF file that is 500 KB, or let's say a Revit file that is 5 gigs, you know you are guaranteed that storage for those files, for those components within the Autodesk Docs environment. So remember what I said about the common data environment. It is a bubble that is ever expanding. And we're so used to these particular team members feeding into the bubble. And it was for a good while, we all thought that it was only these team members that should be feeding data into the project lifecycle. But you yourselves as a project management team or personnel can now feed into the same bubble, taking information from the same team members, knowing that it is the latest information, that it is tracked, and that it is cognitive. So when we speak about cognitive data, it is data that talks back to you. It's data that helps you make a better decision going forward within your projects. What other things are now a capability because we are running a cloud storage solution? Well, what about reports? The idea is that we have analytical data that feeds back to us from the common data environment. And this is now where the Autodesk build side comes in, because cognitive data is the best type of data. It's not stale, it doesn't stagnate, it's ever growing, ever expanding. And in an environment where you have no limits, imagine what information can be fed back to you. So features include now are reduced constructability issues on site. So the idea is we can tag issues, not just on drawings and models, but on site. We are able now to see who did what, who said what, who tagged those elements. At the same time, we standardize the quality of control. Because we are running in a BIM environment, we start running BIM standards and protocols. All of a sudden, there are new key roles that are coming about. Individuals who are there to help maintain and guide project quality. So this comes down now to not just your issues, but your checklisting items, to your folder structures, to the information that should be uploaded, downloaded, shared, transmitted, reviewed, submitted. We can link issues to incomplete tasks in forms as well. So the moment you have a checklisting item that fails, link it to an issue and make somebody accountable to that issue, knowing for pure reasoning, you can track them. Control project management activities. Your RFIs now live in the cloud with you. And at the same time, you can specifically separate specific users to utilize these features. So not everybody is going to have access to the RFI because not everybody should. But you yourself can control it now from a project management perspective alongside your general contractor and the team. And again, you can link issues, checklist forms to your RFIs. And then finally, history and activity logs on all items. So there's a lot more when it comes to RFIs. So let's see what Autodesk has further for us to utilize.
Seamlessly manage RFIs and connect them to other tasks across the project lifecycle. To start, simply click Create RFI and fill in the critical info. To help speed up the response time, add in a suggested answer and provide critical context by linking references or even dropping a pushpin to specific areas in the project. And with RFIs on mobile, users can edit the RFI from the field, even taking additional photos and linking directly to the RFI. Once submitted, the reviewer will be notified and can respond with a click of a button. RFIs can also be connected across the project lifecycle by elevating an issue to an RFI and creating a bi-directional link. And when the RFI has a cost implication, you can create a potential change order right from the RFI, making it easy for project teams to control costs and track the origin of change orders.
So as you can see, Autodesk Build comes with so much more than just the baseline features. There's so much we can do in terms of communicate, collaborate, and coordinate. But now, what about timeframes? What about activities and tasks that we need to track on site? Well, this is now a new revamped feature within the Autodesk Build environment, and it is forming from the schedules item. So the construction schedules in the cloud helps you leverage information from the common data environment into your schedules. Improve collaboration and increase transparency by centralizing all schedule information on a single cloud-based platform. So when teams rely heavily on paper printouts, static PDFs, miscommunicated and misalignment around schedules often result with a centralized ecosystem hub. So in actual fact, what's happening is if you're not tracking this information, it basically dies, it becomes stagnant, stale, and it's, if I could put it in one simple word, misleading information. We need a place with a robust permission control to ensure that we have the right information in the right hands. So this is where we can keep project on tracks by connecting to the common data environment with our schedules. So we have real-time access to the latest scheduled information. We can connect and integrate workflows into our schedules. Files, details, photos, issues, sheets, items, checklists. It can all be linked back into our schedule itself. We can access information anytime, anywhere. So no matter where you are in the world, if you have a good internet connection, you can access your project information. You can see who did what when, tagged to a specific user on a specific date. And we can connect schedules to a cost. So it's not anymore a list of information that we are tracking and following, but now it's a list of information that comes with a cost implication to it. We can start forecasting specific costs and outputs for our project. But there's so much more to this. So let's see what Autodesk has for us as well in terms of schedules.
Welcome to the Schedule course. Construction projects are complex, and even minor complications can cause ripple effects. To reduce the impact of these complications, the Schedule tool in Autodesk Build creates a central location for all project timelines, so every team can reference the same information and receive updates immediately. In Schedule, managers import existing schedules and produce 2 chronological views of project activities, a comprehensive list, and a Gantt chart. To make these views manageable, we can filter based on time period, the importance of the activity, and work status. For each activity, we can include quick links to submittals, RFIs, sheets, and other reference materials. This context allows all project teams to understand how issues affect the schedule. Managers can fully review the impact of team suggestions before accepting. When changes do need to happen, the Schedule tool makes updates simple, transparent, and instantly available. When everyone is automatically connected to project updates through the cloud, less time is spent distributing information and more time is spent getting other important work done. Follow the Schedule course to learn how to configure settings, import schedules, add comments, references, and suggestions, and more.
So as you can see, Autodesk offers so much when it comes to the Autodesk Build platform. But remember, Build in itself is not a standalone, stagnant item. It is actually an item that grows and develops from the document management platform. Other elements that combined with the Build product. So for those of you who are in the project management field and are utilizing Build, you can connect to other Autodesk softwares. In the sense of users who are utilizing Autodesk Docs, if given the right permission, they can go view elements that you have uploaded, downloaded, commented on, reviewed, marked up, issued. If you joined us earlier during the day with all of our other Autodesk Construction Cloud platforms, you would have seen there's a very similar trait amongst all these programs. And it comes back to our 3 main C's. For collaboration, communication, and coordination. That's why the products are here. Yes, we are separated as teams in terms of our discipline, but our project information is ever growing on this platform. Our BIM Collaborate Pro users can coordinate and collaborate amongst other Autodesk Construction Cloud members as well. The same goes for other Build users. And of course, those in the QA/QC department who are looking now at the takeoff functionality in the cloud. So no longer are you looking at this from a one-to-one perspective where I have one license and it's only for me. No, think of your license as a VIP card to a bigger, robust project information hub. Your license grants you access to that data. And by the way, if the data is on your hub, you're the winner here because you own the data coming in. So take a look at the whole picture when it comes to the Autodesk Build platform.
Managing construction projects is complicated. Dozens of teams, hundreds of changes, thousands of hours, all working together to deliver on time, on budget, on schedule. Delivering complex projects requires a new way of connecting teams and workflows. Intuitive tools for sharing plans and gathering project data. Powerful predictive insights driving better business outcomes. This is Autodesk Build. Project management, field collaboration, and cost controls, all managed together. In the office, in the field, in real time. Autodesk Build connects plans and data from design and pre-construction directly to the office and field, reducing turnaround time and miscommunication without sacrificing reviews and approvals. Smart drawings leverage the power of BIM for the field, Model data is a tap away in 2D and 3D. Issues, annotations, and photos make it easy to work together directly on the drawings and track progress from any device. Connected meeting minutes, forms, and assets simplify collaboration and decision-making. When an issue needs escalations, it snaps to the RFI, change order, and cost workflows, reducing confusion, risk, and resolution time. And in the background, all of this data is organized into reports and predictive dashboards, driving better decisions today and tomorrow. Autodesk Build powers collaboration, drives decisions, and delivers insights. Get back to building with Autodesk Build.
So as you can see, there is so much that is possible with the Autodesk Build platform. But in terms of the presentation, we are pretty much at the end. So are there any questions? I can see that we have a question online here. It says, is this included in the AEC collection package? Autodesk Build itself is not included in your AEC collection. However, with that being said, Autodesk Docs is. So the baseline product for you to go upload, view, tag issues, markups, that is available to all AEC collection users. Are there any questions in-house? I see that there's another question here. How many viewers do we have on the Autodesk platform? That's a good question. The Autodesk platform comes with almost 50 plus different file viewer types. So even if you don't have, let's say, access to a AutoCAD, you are still able to upload the file type to view it in the cloud. For those of you who want to see 3D items from Revit, Navisworks, you can see that within your Autodesk Docs account. Autodesk Docs can do so much, not just for those in the project management field, but also those in the designing field. If you have access to Office 365, which is a Microsoft-based product, you can work share your elements into the Docs account. So that means you can open up Word documents, Excel documents, PowerPoint documents live on your web browser without downloading the information. Are there any other questions? I see another one. Is training available off-site? Yes, we do provide training for all the Autodesk Construction Cloud products. So whether you want us to come to you for more customized training, we can always make that setup. Or if you'd like, we can host what's a public training for more general approach and queries around the software itself. For those of you who are interested in training, if you wait a little bit longer, I will be showcasing contact information for myself and Warwick. So if you would like a demo, or you would like to book some training, you can contact us as well. Just by the way, the Autodesk product itself, the Construction Cloud product, is currently being utilized in the field. This product is ever expanding. Autodesk is investing a lot of its time, resource, and money towards it. So you'll get more and more features as the years develop. For those of you who are looking, within the chat box, you can contact Warwick Harvey at warwick@modena-aec.co.za. Alternatively, you can contact myself, which is Dino, D-I-N-O, at modena-aec.co.za. I'm going to give it a minute or two for any final questions. I'm sure everybody's a little bit tired today after lunch. So one other common item you should understand about the Autodesk Construction Cloud licenses is that your license can be brought into another license hub. So that means you can bring your own license to other projects, but these are mostly for the Autodesk construction items. That's Autodesk Docs, Build, Collaborate, Collaborate Pro, as well as Takeoff. So if I'm hosting a project and you have your own licenses, I don't have to purchase a license for you. You can bring your own. I want to thank everybody for their time again, for making the time to come and view our presentations. We had a very good turnout in terms of what was being presented and students coming in. There was a lot of good effort placed in by everybody here at Modena, and we would like to say a big thank you to all. Before I leave, for more information, if you'd like, in terms of sales, you can contact Warwick. There's his email address. And in terms of technical, you can contact myself. Our telephone number is below there. So in case you have any demo-related questions or support-related questions, please do not hesitate to call us. Other than that, when it comes to the Autodesk Construction Cloud, remember, whether you are from designing, planning, building, or operations, there's a tool specifically designed for you. So everybody on the line, and everybody in the classroom, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.